Hey, Steve, good to hear from you. I got to get up and close and personal with you folks. Folks, if you're at home, please make these phones ring. I got to get close. You guys have to make these phones ring. All the money goes to the USO. It's an incredible program. And joining me now is, let me get your name right, it's Don Leingang, the Executive Director of the USO. And so what an important day for you guys.
Yeah, this is huge for us. You know, the USO, we're not government funded, so we always have relied on the public to support the USO for 84 years. And so this is an opportunity for Seattle to come through and help us.
Yeah, so today, whether you have $1, $5, $1 million, all that money goes to you guys, and then what happens then? What do you do with those funds?
Well, we have a number of centers here in Washington, but we oversee all the military and the military families in Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. So any event, any USO event that happens in those 3 states today could help fund those events in the future.
So right now, people who are watching this, there's a QR code. Please, you can use your phone at home. You can use that QR code to donate money. You can call the number right there. Again, it's 404-4444-206, of course. And what an incredible thing, right? Okay, the phones are ringing, which is good. What an incredible day.
Music to my ears.
It is, right?
Yeah, I mean, and we do so much with, like you said, $5, $1. I mean, we can make it all work. You think about a young soldier coming into a USO center. If he wants a hot dog and chips, we can do that for about $1.
That's great.
And we can take care of him. So it's a wonderful organization, and this opportunity for Seattle to get behind, and Tacoma and the whole Western Washington to get behind us.
Yeah, and you guys are going to be here for a while. So, folks, if you're at home, please, again, $1, $5, it doesn't matter. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you. Make the phones ring, people, please.
Today is our KOMO Military Appreciation Drive, and we need your support. Volunteers are taking calls in our phone bank right here at KOMO Plaza, and that's where we find KOMO's Mary Nam tonight. Mary.
Molly and Steve, it's so exciting every time we hear the phone jingle. That means someone's calling in to support the USO, specifically USO Northwest. I'm sitting next to Diana Kane, and she is a volunteer at the Sea-Tac facility. Maybe you've seen it when you walk through Sea-Tac Airport. It is an important resource for our local service members and their families. Diana, tell us about the work that you do there.
I always like to say that I just play mom. I like to give out information, give out some food, make sure everybody's comfortable. That's what we do.
It's such important work, and the reason why volunteers are needed is because it's the volunteers that keep the USO Northwest open. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So right now, you don't have enough. What does that mean for our local service members?
That means we're open more limited hours than we were prior to COVID. So a lot of times if we have to shut our doors, they can't relax on the lazy boys. They have to go sit on the hard floor.
They need those volunteers. If you'd like to support, whether it's by donation, call the number on your screen, or if you have time, Diana really wants to put the word out, you can volunteer as well. The commitment is just twice a month, 4 hours each, and you said the airport pays for parking?
Yep, covers parking.
They need the volunteers, so whether you can volunteer your time or money, please call in. Back to you guys.
KOMO's Steve Solis is live in the phone bank for us now. Steve, how's it going down there?
Well, it's going pretty well, actually. We have a lot of people down here that are ready to take your phone call. Molly just gave that phone number, so please call if you can. Also, you can scan the QR code on your screen if you don't want to talk to somebody, but let's put them to work. Because there are a lot of volunteers here, including Mr. Joe Wallace. Joe, how long have you been a volunteer with USO?
I've been here with the USO about 6 years now.
Okay, and why did you get involved?
Well, I'm a retired Marine Corps Reserve officer, and I actually grew up with the military as well. So my father, we moved around, and I remember the USO. So it's a great mission, and it's supporting the service members.
Okay, what kind of work have you done as a volunteer?
So there's a number of events throughout the year that we support. There's golf here in Seattle, and importantly, yeah, that's a tough one. And then there's the awards dinner, kind of an auction gala every year in October, which is great. It raises quite a bit of money for the organization, and then there's Fleet Week up at Everett. You go and support the ships that come in. The service members come out, usually have a barbecue or some food for them, and there's other events throughout the year. They vary.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a combination of meaningful but also somewhat easy, because you're doing a lot of fun stuff to meet a lot of people. I do want to ask you, because there are a lot of people who may want to get involved and volunteer in some way. What advice would you give them in terms of getting involved?
Yeah, so you can go to the USO Northwest website, and there's a link to volunteer. So you can volunteer at the airport, which is very busy. So they have a couple flights a week, or 2 or 3, it just depends, that go over to primarily to Asia, usually full of 200-300 service members that are traveling. So at that center at Sea-Tac Airport, there's a lot of volunteer work to be done, and there's food, there's comfort, there's places where they can game and things like that. So there's volunteer opportunities at the bases as well, down at Joint Base Lewis-McChord, at Everett Naval Station, over at Kitsap also.
Okay, Joe, thanks for all that information. It's really important stuff. Listen, if you want to volunteer, it's fairly easy. Joe loves doing it. You could probably love doing it too. Most importantly, tonight, we have this phone bank going. That phone number is 206-404-4444, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. I can tell you, after speaking with a bunch of people in this room, the money that you do donate to USO Northwest goes a very long way. We'll send it right back to you.
KOMO News is teaming up with USO Northwest today to say thank you to our military service members and their families. And today is our KOMO Military Appreciation Drive, and we need your support. On the left-hand side, that's a live look at our phone bank right now at KOMO Plaza. KOMO Steve Solis is there with how you can show your support today. Steve?
Mary, it's actually pretty easy. Of course, the QR code on your screen, you can do that. Also, there's a phone number. You'll see it numerous times throughout our newscast. But I want you to understand exactly what you're giving to. This is all in part with USO Northwest. I want to call in Don Langang, because I got to tell you, listen, I grew up Military City, USA, San Antonio, blocks away from Lackland Air Force Base, something that many airmen are used to, are familiar with. But I'm not familiar with everything the USO does. Can you fill us in?
Oh, wow. That is a loaded
Put you on
question
the
right
spot.
there. No, I mean, we're global. First of all, so a number of centers here in the United States as well as overseas. And, wherever the military is, the USO tries to be there, right? Yeah. And we try to make a difference in their lives every day, 24/7. So, yeah, we have a number of programs. In fact, tonight we have a number, probably over 150 that are going to be at Sea-Tac tonight, because they're deploying overseas tomorrow morning. We have centers at Joint Base Lewis-McChord, and we also have an outreach program where we have vehicles that go to various events that the military has, and we cover, personally, the USO Northwest covers all events in Washington State, Idaho, and Oregon.
There's a lot of ground to cover. It's a lot of families to help. Is there a specific program that jumps out to you that you've really been involved with recently?
Yeah, so one of them that's just growing here in the Northwest is our canine program, which is, we just bring therapy dogs, to various events. And actually, a lot of the people that are putting on the events are just very happy to have that there. We do care packages for our military. Care package, so like when they deploy, a lot of times they have everything tucked in their bags, and that's on the bottom of the plane. But we give them a care package, so, snacks and things like that for that flight as they're traveling overseas. And I'll tell you another big thing here, especially in the Northwest, is gaming. I actually happen to have a couple volunteers back here, one from Microsoft, and so there's gaming programs that the men and women just love to do, and their family members as well. So those are just a couple of our core programs that we have that keep our military busy, right? Because you can only sit so long, right, in a USO center. But if we have some of those things that are available to them, it just makes their life better, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes it better for them.
Well, Don, thanks for filling us in on that. Now I have a little more insight about what USO does, but also now we all know a little bit more about where this money is going. So if you can, scan the QR code on your screen or call the number 206-404-4444, because these volunteers want to answer your phone call.
We got a lot of nice volunteers back there that are going to answer the phone. So please help us out tonight. We'd really appreciate that.
All right. Well, Mary, we'll send it back to you.